the Pelicans have agreed to finally trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers.
This was their one chance to make dramatic improvement to that organization in the short term and the long term.
The Lakers deal gets done. You think AD and LeBron would win a title next season?
Yes.
Max, I don't give a damn if we the other three starters. Hey, Max, you go stand in the corner and shoot threes. Hey, Stephen A. Smith, you bring the ball up the court, and goddamn it, you throw it to Perk in the post.
Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers, and people are already talking about Lakers dynasty and championships. But there's more to this trade than just that, and here's what you might have not realized about the trade and its risks. What is up, dudes, dudettes, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers. Especially as a Lakers fan, this trade is the most exciting and least exciting trade at the same time because, come on, we all saw this coming from a mile away. Yet it finally happened. My first thoughts were, wow, the Lakers, they're about to be real nice in 2K. The Pelicans trade Anthony Davis for Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, the number 4 pick in this year's draft, and 2 first rounders. Now I will talk about the Pelicans in a future video, but the Lakers legit have only 5 signed players on their roster. Yeah, as of right now, it's looking like the GOAT, Isaac Bonga, is going to be their starting point guard and lead them to a champion. Of course, the Lakers are going to sign more players, but Anthony Davis is by far LeBron's best teammate he's ever had because AD is in his prime and is a generational talent. A guy who's averaged 27.5 points and 12 rebounds with 2.5 blocks for the past 3 seasons. He's just one of those guys that comes once in a decade. So let's talk about the Lakers after this trade and how they are a dynasty, but at the same time are facing a lot of risk. So to the 88% that watch my videos that still aren't subscribed, I told y'all to forget last video, but I just realized I kinda need you here, so please subscribe. This was the Lakers' plan all along after striking out in free agency last year besides LeBron. They signed players to 1-year deals, players that were questionable signings at the time like Lance Stevenson and Beasley. Doing this allowed the Lakers to have about $42 million of cap space for this offseason. Also, fun fact, the Lakers are still paying Luol Deng $4.9 million every year till 2022. Luol Deng finessed the Lakers. This cap space was in preparation for the biggest free agency in NBA history, which we're about to be in. And the Lakers will have their chance to go after free agents after this trade. Picking Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram as trade pieces was also not just talent based. Both Lonzo and Ingram had the highest salaries behind LeBron for 2019 at $8.7 million and $7.2 million. So by trading those players along with Josh Hart's $1.9 million salary, that helped clear more cap space. So although they take on AD's $27 million this season, they shed $17.8 million by trading those players. And so even with AD and LeBron signed, the Lakers have $27.8 or $32.5 million left in cap space, depending on whether AD takes his $4 million trade bonus. The Lakers also kept Kuzma, who has a $1.9 million salary, which is lower than both Lonzo and Ingram. This is so much better than the trade offers a few months ago, which included Kuzma, Lonzo, Ingram, Hart, Zubac, and these 3 first-round picks. But this was only possible because the Lakers pick became the number 4 pick in the draft. Now that cap space is enough to sign a free agent like Kemba Walker, who is eligible for a 4-year $141 million deal, or even entice a guy like Jimmy Butler, who might take less than what he can get in a max, to be with LeBron and AD and also be in LA while going for the championship. That gets me to my next point about the dynasty the Lakers have just built, especially if you look at the future. Anthony Davis has said that he intends to re-sign long-term with the Lakers after this season is over. The Lakers also get Davis's bird rights from the Pelicans since he was traded, and so they can sign him for a 5-year max. That would mean that the Lakers would have AD till he's 32. Kyle Kuzma is on the 3rd year of his rookie contract with 1 more year as a team option for the Lakers. He would then also be eligible for a 5-year max with bird rights, which would mean more money than any other team could offer to stay in LA. If they sign another free agent like Jimmy Butler or Kemba Walker, they would have them till they're 33 and for 4 more years. So basically, even if I was to not include LeBron or any free agent signings, the Lakers would have AD and Kuz till 2025. Include a possible free agent signing, and you have a superstar, a star, and a guy developing into a star till 2023. That in itself is amazing. Adding LeBron in the mix till 2022, even if he is getting older, just sets up a beautiful way to pass the torch on to the next Laker, which would be AD. I still think LeBron will be amazing this year, especially on offense, because he really didn't slow down besides a weird mishap injury. And I think that LeBron and AD will play well together, but I'll probably make a more detailed video breaking that down later this week. Just for those that have forgotten, Anthony Davis really is a special player. I know we didn't get to see him much in the second half of the last season because of his minutes restriction with all the trade talk, but this is a guy who's only 26 and has consistently been in the top 10 and arguably top 5 players in the league for the past few years. In 2018, he was a top 3 finalist for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. He's a 6'10 power forward with a 7'6" wingspan with dominating inside play, an outside stroke, decent handles, agility, and an amazing defensive ability to switch onto anyone and block everyone. He's a demigod! Also keep in mind that this is all happening in LA. The Lakers have always been a preferred spot for many players regardless of how a team looks because of their championship history, the fact that it's LA, meaning the entertainment and media hub of the country, all the sponsorship opportunities, the weather, it has it all. It's not like the small market in New Orleans, which really doesn't attract any big names. I mean, this is the starting lineup that the Pelicans put around AD. This. Not only do stars want to go to LA, but so do all sorts of players. With a really good roster, we have seen role players take pay cuts to join these teams trying to make a championship run. And we'll see this more, especially in LA. More and more players will be likely to try to make their way to the Lakers. Oftentimes, the stars perform in the playoffs, but it's the role players who become X factors and can tip the scales for a game in a series, like Fred VanVleet, Robert Horry, Ray Allen, or even Andrew Bogut. So then it begs the question on whether the Lakers should fill the rest of their cap space with role players or go for more of a max free agent. Keep in mind that most of their future in draft picks is with the Lakers, so if the Lakers sign role players, they won't have draft picks to pair with role players to flip into better role players or stars. While signing a star might look like they're tying up their cap space, that star is still a tradable asset that can be traded for some good role players. It's hard to trade role players for a star, and so if you have a chance of getting a star, you need to take it. So everything seems to look great, right? The Lakers got AD, they kept Kuz, they have cap space for another max free agent, players will want to come. It seems like this is a dynasty in the making. And here's the part where I tell you you're right, but there are risks that don't make this a walk in the park. For one, AD hasn't actually re-signed, not yet. Look, we have seen Paul George be traded with 1 year left wanting to go to LA and instead re-signing with the Thunder because he liked Russ so much. We have yet to see what Kawhi Leonard will do, but I mean, he got them a chip. But there was never really dynasty talk with the Raptors. We also saw a Kyrie Irving who before the season started said that he wanted to re-sign with Boston, and as the season went on, began to waver to the point that now he's a free agent, and he's most likely going to the Nets. Well, the Knicks just can't catch a break. Rest in peace! I know AD wanted to go to the Lakers and go to LA, but Anthony Davis hasn't played a single game for the Lakers, nor has he played with LeBron or dealt with the Lakers media. There is the possibility that AD just doesn't like it. Maybe he just doesn't like being in LeBron's drama-filled world. Maybe he gets put in LeBron's shadows number 2 option and that bugs him. Maybe for some inexplicable reason the Lakers aren't good. We don't know any of that, and one really bad season could make AD not want to resign. Now, am I saying that this is gonna happen? No, this is all a very small possibility, but it's still a scenario that we have seen happen with Kyrie and the Celtics. I would always make this trade if I was the Lakers, 10 times out of 10, but with possible dynasty talk, I think it's important to have the deal inked on paper first for a player who has not even spent a single minute with this team yet. The Lakers also don't have any draft picks for a few years, or they'll only get low picks because of the swap, so there's not much hope to turn this around if AD decides to leave. For how great Anthony Davis is, he hasn't always shown to be the most durable. I might even call him injury prone. The good thing is that AD really hasn't had any major injuries, but he keeps getting these small little injuries that keep him out of a game or 2 or maybe even 3 games at a time. In 7 seasons, Anthony Davis has failed to play over 70 games 5 times, and it's not due to load management. Through 2017, AD had 31 injuries cataloged, meaning 31 in 5 seasons. It's injuries like a sprained toe, sprained right shoulder, a hip strain. Last season, he had a left index finger sprain and a shoulder contusion. A lot of times, he gets injured on normal, everyday plays. AD on average plays 11 games less than the average all-star in each season, which is out of 82 total games. The average star plays about 75-76 games, while AD plays about 66 games. I really hope AD can stay healthy, but big men have just always been more prone to lower leg injuries. The good thing is that he hasn't had any major injuries, so there's not really that much risk of reoccurring a big injury, but as we have seen with the Warriors dynasty, injuries can put anything into question. AD simply has been injury prone throughout his career, and if he continues to miss games or try to play through an injury that limits what he can do, especially deep into a playoff run where there's more mileage on the body, that could derail this whole Lakers dynasty. Of course, any injury to any key player could derail a playoff run, and Klay, who has almost no injury history, tore his ACL, which was so unexpected. But I point out the injuries for Anthony Davis because it's a constant. So yeah, Anthony Davis got traded to the Lakers, and yeah, he's with LeBron. There is a dynasty that is on the verge of breaking through with options to only get better from what they have right now. But if, and only if, AD stays healthy and truly does re-sign with the Lakers. Of course, the Lakers have to figure out this offseason with their cap space and whether they'll actually have that full $27 million or $32 million or $23 million. Either way, they will have options to sign a star player for less than what the max needs to be, or go after some really good role players. LeBron and AD together. What a pairing, what a trade, and what a week for the NBA. But what do you think? How far will the Lakers go this season? What are your thoughts about this trade? Drop a like for the exciting NBA free agency coming up, cause this offseason finna be crazy. I saw a lot of you comment Game 6 Klay on my last video, so you the real ones. And if you're still here, now comment Brow King, so I know. The Instagram shout of the day goes to Rel Woods, and the all-day notification swap shout goes to Christian Blake. Thanks for the all-day support. Make sure to bell for all-day notifications, and if you're not a sub, hit that subscribe button, join the all-day community for more fire content, all-day support. It's your boy MJ. We out.
Okay, just hop in my spaceship now. Okay, just hop in my spaceship now.